So we really are committed to education. And back in just at the end of 2019, early 2020, before the world shut down, we made a conscious decision to make ourselves available in an online capacity from an education and a support perspective. So we created the Prana Foundation, and really, what that was all about was, what are the ways with which we continue to support and educate, that we can be of service to the profession and to students and doctors, and that we can create a level of community, of connection, where people can continue to explore, but also have a shared love for what we do. And that was really what the motivation was, for our foundational work. And so what it has transpired into, it really, we created the infrastructure to go online, and then, wow, isn't it interesting? The world shut down and everybody is actually almost exclusively online. So our timing and the universe, it was pretty perfect. So we run online courses. We do courses that are associated with not just the science of chiropractic, but how it's applied in practice. We are very focused on nervous system regulation, talking about what happens with neuroplasticity and the nervous system. And we also like experiential. I mean, people grow into their best versions of themselves when they feel supported, and we need to be connected and in community and not functioning in isolation in our own individual offices. And so we created retreat opportunities. And so we have always gone to Costa Rica. And I say always because really at this point, it was sort of our go-to escape when we were in practice. And then we decided to bring doctors and students with us. And so we spend a week on the beach, 2 to 3 times a year for a week. And what we do is we really focus on who you are as a person, with the shared value set associated with who we are as chiropractors. And it's kind of expanded. It's, who are the other like-minded professions that are out there that we should know about as chiropractors, instead of staying in our, sort of tight little sphere? Because when the mental health expert knows about manual care as it relates to the nervous system and what that brings to health and healing, then we've actually just expanded our community and our reach as chiropractors, right? So we do these retreats. We tend to have them with different themes. Some of them are continuing education, where doctors can get credit. Sometimes we provide complementary care to the community in a service capacity, and then we keep going back to the same community, so people that would not typically have access to chiropractic care have access. And so really our initiatives are always to stay true to who we are as chiropractors, but also spread the word more globally. And so the online world has been amazing, because we ultimately end up supporting and working with doctors all over. I will do project-based support, mentorship, coaching. I kind of do it a little differently than, what's out there. I like to do it project derived. I like to do it for a fixed amount of time. I like to sort of meet doctors in a place of, what are you struggling with? Okay, let's come up with solutions and make that make sense for you to put into place. And what I love is that means that like-minded doctors I've worked with are in Hong Kong and Australia and in Canada, and I really get to bring out and work with doctors to just make those small little changes in their practices that allow them to be more of themselves. And so that's really what our foundation is about, is how can we assist you? How can we provide high quality education that you can put into practice, that invigorates your practice tomorrow? That's who we are.